the farewell, as you're going to be going around the Kaaba, you felt throughout this journey of Hajj a real physical closeness to Allah because of your physical closeness to Al-Kaaba. And in that last tawaf of yours, it's going to be a bittersweet moment. Because yes, it's going to be a moment that increases you in that physical connection with the house of Allah. But at the same time, you know you're bidding the Kaaba farewell. And you're about to become distant from Al-Kaaba, the focus in our lives. And you're about to lose that close physical connection with Allah because your connection with the physical Kaaba is going to be distant. So it'll be a bittersweet moment at that point. But the spiritual connection that you leave the Hajj with should never disappear from your heart. If you think back to the Prophet ﷺ, when he was looking for the guidance from Allah, going to Al-Hira, the cave, waiting for that moment when the revelation came. After the revelation came to the Prophet ﷺ, he didn't used to go back to Hira and meditate like he used to meditate or reflect on the creation like he used to. His closeness and connection was in the Salah, and specifically the Tahajjud, the Qiyamul Layl. Now, Qiyamul Layl has a sweetness to it like no other Salah. Alone with Allah, and that closeness that you feel, you will never feel in other situations, in other salawat. So many of us are able to get up and we're doing that while we're here. Don't just neglect it and leave it as soon as you leave. This is something that will keep you in good stead for the rest of your lives. When it comes to giving you strength for the rest of your life, when it comes to steadfastness, there's nothing like Qiyamul Layl. And the first objective in your life that every one of us must achieve is the personal salvation that every one of us has been ordered with. And you're never going to achieve that unless you strive in worshipping Allah. Before we came to the Hajj, many of us probably struggling with the obligatory prayers and praying them on time and praying them in the masjid as much as we can. Struggling with the rawatib, praying the sunnah before or after the prayers as they have been prescribed for us. These are things that we need to focus on and push ourselves. Yes, it's difficult sometimes, but these are the things that are going to save us Yawm al-Qiyamah. And we came on this journey to save ourselves from the punishment of Allah. These are things we have to have. This is our medicine that we have to take every single day of our lives. The recitation of Quran. Many of you, when you get those opportunities, we were waiting for Fajr. In the time before Fajr, we were able to read Quran. We were making dhikr of Allah. These are moments you're going to have during your life. If you do them secretly, privately, before Fajr, no one can see you. These private deeds that you have with Allah, they save you Yawm al-Qiyamah better than any other deed. You can't rely on your public deeds to save you Yawm al-Qiyamah. But your private deeds, those secrets between you and Allah, just imagine you stand in front of Allah. Those are much more certain that you did them out of pure sincerity. These are things that save you. Your connection with the Quran every day, it must be there. Without it, your heart is going to die. There's no two ways about it. Your heart will die unless you have a portion of the Quran every day in your life. We live in our normal lives around kufr, disbelief, all kinds of anti-Islam. If you don't have your portion of Quran every single day, however small or large that portion is, your heart is dying every single day and you're not resuscitating it. The Quran revives your heart. Without it, you're going to lose. You will lose your iman, which is the greatest thing that you have in your life. That feeling that you have now with the Hajj, that closeness to Allah, that uplifted feeling, you can see it on your faces. You can see it in the way you look and the way you behave and what your focus is. Don't lose it. Because shaitan, he does not want to harm you in any other way except to strip you of iman. Don't let him succeed. And the last thing that I think about and that I want to mention is your personal salvation is not enough. Your personal salvation, your personal good deeds, this is the first step. But we are an ummah that is meant to lead the world. An ummah that is meant to set the standard for the rest of the world. An ummah that is the moral compass of the whole world. It's not enough for us to focus on our personal salvation. We need that personal salvation and those deeds to achieve it so that we can live up to the responsibility on our shoulders. The Prophet ﷺ was told to live the legacy of Ibrahim alayhi. We as an ummah have been told to live the legacy of Ibrahim alayhi that was passed down to our messenger Muhammad ﷺ. And what is that legacy? It is to change the world for the better. It is to enjoin everything that is good and forbid everything that is evil, no matter what comes our way. If we don't live that reality and make a difference on the face of this planet for Allah and His Messenger, we failed the legacy that the Prophet ﷺ placed on our shoulders. Every one of us has a part to play. Don't let shaitan come to you and say, you can't do anything, you're not perfect, or what are you going to achieve? As you see, when we are together, we push each other, and we make a difference. We remind each other, and we make a difference. That small thing that you do, and you're doing it together, makes a huge difference. Just imagine you take away this lesson. The brotherhood that you feel now, the motivation that you feel because of the brotherhood, the way you feel able to achieve because of your brotherhood. This is Islam. The Prophet ﷺ was given companions, and with them they changed the world. And that's the continual legacy that every one of us has to be part of. So never stop at your personal salvation, because we are an ummah of change, an ummah of transformation, an ummah that is meant to lead the world. And it will. Allah's already promised it. There's no doubt about that. The only thing is, are we going to be part of that legacy and that reward? That's the choice that we have to make. It comes with challenges. But what is life without challenges? It's boring. It's not worth living. The Prophet ﷺ was the most content of people. Why? Not because he had a life of ease and luxury and relaxing, but he had to face the greatest challenges that any human being could ever face. And that's why he was the most content person ever to walk the face of this earth. May Allah give us the tawfiq to live his legacy. Sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. جزاكم الله خيرا.